You okay, Ben?
Yeah, crack on, Jeremy. Thanks.
Okay, hi, David. Hope you're well.
Good, thank you.
Just wondering, first of all, on the team news, what are the chances of Anderson and Snodgrass being involved and any other injuries?
Well, Anderson, Snodgrass a bit less doubt, less likely, done a little bit of training. Anderson done a bit more, so he's getting a bit closer, and obviously he's also had, he's only just been out for a couple of weeks, so it's not so bad. Snodgrass, you've got to remember, has been out through lockdown, and also since the resume of lockdown. So to get him back in the last week or two is going to be some going, I think.
It's a massive game. Is it a winner stays up match?
I think that whoever won would think that they're getting close to a points tally, which might be close enough. But I don't think any of us could confirm that or say that exactly. I've not actually, now you mention it, I've not actually thought that way. But obviously, I know that another win for us will certainly put us in a really good position.
Obviously, though, the pressure is on, David. I mean, how much pressure are you feeling right now?
I think we're in a good place. I think we're playing quite well. I think we're quite comfortable with what we're doing. But obviously, we know the importance of the game. The good thing was that I've been here before. We were here the last time we were here. In our last three games, we won at Leicester, drew with Man United, won against Everton. So if we take something similar in points, then I've got no doubt we're a Premier League club.
Mark Noble is on the cusp of 500 games. He made his club debut way back in 2004. Obviously, you started him against Norwich. Just some words about Mark Noble on the eve of this amazing achievement.
Yeah, well, I think now to get 500 games for any club, but I think in a world where loyalty, whether it be in players or whether it be in management, much less, I think you have to give him great credit for that. He's been a one-club man, served the club incredibly well since being a young player to where he is just now. Still leading the group, still very vocal, still playing very well for the team as well. So, long may it continue. I think we've had some great players here. There have been many games like that. Billy Bonds, Sir Trevor, Bobby Moore, you can name it. But I think Mark to get 500 games for West Ham is a great achievement.
Just finally from me, you're going to be watching Everton Villa tonight, and are you concerned about a possible Villa win?
I watch all the games because I'm a football guy. I like to watch football. It's a hobby of mine as well. So, of course, I'll watch it, but I'll watch it with obviously probably hoping that obviously that Everton get a result tonight.
Thanks, Jeremy. Bashali?
Hi, David. How are you doing?
Hi, how are you doing?
Not too bad. You've obviously had almost a week now to prepare for this game. Have you worked particularly on the mental side of things? Because a lot is obviously riding on tomorrow's game, isn't it?
That's a good question because it is, I think, a lot is to do with mentality. I thought we showed a brilliant mentality going to Norwich because we thought we were very unlucky against Burnley in the midweek. The players really picked themselves back up, put in a great performance, and I think to score 4 goals away from home and do it in the style we did do, we could have probably scored more. I think gives you an idea of where the players' mentality is. So I think we've been waiting for the game. I think we've been ready for the game. The games have been coming quite quick and fast. This has given us a couple of days extra. So we'll try and be as prepared and ready as we can and hopefully get a good result.
And in Watford's last game, they won 2 penalties, and since the restart, they have scored quite a few goals from set-piece situations. Have you, with that in mind, worked particularly on your set pieces in training this week?
Well, I can't do much about the penalty kicks, that's for sure. I think we must be due a penalty kick, that's what I would say, because I can't think that there's been many decisions going our way since we've started back. So, but we know Watford have got lots of strengths, and we'll need to be good on the night to get a result.
And just a final question on Michael Antonio, of course, 4 goals against Norwich, and he's really flourishing in that centre-forward role. So how much do you think that role suits him? And do you have a bit of a dilemma because Sebastian Haller is now fit?
I hope I've got dilemmas. That's what I've been wanting. I've been wanting all through lockdown. We've been struggling with not having any dilemmas because we've been very short of sort of selection choices in some areas. But to get Mickey firing, he scored goals for us. He's led the line. And I remember again, I just mentioned earlier about the position we're in before. The last time I was here, it was Marko Arnautovic who took up the mantle and got us the goals and got us over the line. So it's good to see Mickey Antonio's doing it for us. And yeah, he's developing and he's getting better. And I've said a couple of times, his fitness is much improved, and his all-round sort of well-being is much better. So I think we're seeing a much better Mickey Antonio at the moment.
Thanks for Charlie. James?
Hi, David.
James, how you doing?
Yeah, really good, thank you. David, do you think victory tomorrow night will be enough to keep West Ham in the Premier League?
I don't know. I have no idea. The way it's been going, I couldn't tell you. But I think until it's a simple thing to say mathematically, you've got to do it. But I said this the other week, we've got our noses slightly in front. We have to try and stay out in front. We have to do everything to be in that position. We hoped it would get there. I'd rather be in our position than a couple of other teams' position, that's for sure. But we've not done the job, far from it. The players are aware of that, and we have to at least win another game. Who knows, it could be more, but I think the most important thing, focus on the next game, try and win that one and see where it takes you.
You've only conceded 1 goal in your last 2 Premier League matches. How do you think you're progressing as a defensive unit?
Still not as much as I want, but I like your start there. I quite like that. 1 and 2 sounds quite good to me. Prior to that, I've been bemoaning because I think that we've conceded too many goals, and it's something we need to be better at. And good, we got a good clean sheet. Hopefully that's another confidence booster and something we can build on and look to get more of them. But I've always said, if you're going to have defences with leaking goals, you're going to be in trouble because you're going to have to score too many. Fortunately, we have. We scored 3 against Chelsea, we've scored 4 against Norwich. In most of our games, we've looked as if we can score, and long may that continue.
We know that Mark Noble is set to make his 500th West Ham appearance tomorrow, but how much do you think he's still got left at this club?
Is he set to make his 500th game tomorrow?
Senior appearance for West Ham.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were picking the team.
He's set to. He might come off the bench. You never know. He might start.
I just wondered. Yeah. Well, what I will say is an incredible achievement for any club to get 500 games. In a world where the loyalty's not quite as much at football clubs, it's harder to be at the clubs that length of time nowadays. He showed a great level of commitment to this club. He still is. He's still an integral part of the team. He's captain, a really important player for us, important in the dressing room. And I think West Ham should consider themselves lucky to have such a good player, but also a really good man around the club. And long may it continue. Hope he can work towards getting another 100 or 200 games. And let's hope so.
And just finally from me, David, Danny Welbeck will be in the opposition tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Coached him at Man United. Just what sort of threat does he pose when he is fully fit and firing?
Well, Danny Welbeck's just a really good player, and I enjoyed my time with him at Manchester United. I trusted him quite a lot there and liked him. And I think when he's fit and he's over his injuries, he's a good player for any club. So I hope he's not a good player tomorrow night, but overall, we know that he's got really good qualities, and we've got to make ourselves aware of them, and hopefully he doesn't show them.
Thanks, guys. We'll leave the broadcast there. Thank you.